Carol Bass.
Carol Bass.
All right, what's up? Welcome back. It's What's the Rudy Podcast. It's your boy, Dr. J.
Mr. Wash.
Ashley Ray. I don't know if I'm on my Wi-Fi, y'all.
I was gonna say, don't be just stopping like that, Ashley. We don't know if you're freezing up.
Because I'm breaking up.
I'm gonna say you never on Wi-Fi. What the hell? You like only person that keep their Wi-Fi going.
Like, why don't you just leave your Wi-Fi on your phone?
And
I can't hear nobody.
I was like, she frozen now.
Now she froze. Now she tripping.
She probably just turned the Wi-Fi on.
It's on. It was froze. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, you was fine for a minute, and then you just kind of stopped. Anyway, we back. It's Memorial Day weekend and shit. Well, by the time we post this, it'll be Memorial Day weekend, be coming to a close. How's everybody doing today?
Well, it becomes a close. We post this on Memorial Day.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it'll be right after all the Sunday fun days and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like, what we want, we're gonna jump right into the topic. Actually, we kind of have two topics, but we're gonna go into like the main topic right now. The main topic is that I believe it was on Friday. It was on Friday morning. Was that this morning that they had the interview, the Biden interview?
Yeah.
It was today, right?
Yeah, it was posted today.
Right. So the Friday morning, the Biden interview was posted, and he interviewed with the Breakfast Club. Was it all the Breakfast Club? I didn't even watch it.
It was just Charlamagne.
It was just Charlamagne.
So it was just Charlamagne?
Yeah.
So anyway, he had an interview. He might have said some things that Black people took a certain way. I'll tell you what I heard about it, because I actually heard about it right before we started saying that we were going to discuss it. I heard about it I saw it on Facebook, and then I went back and read about the actual conversation and read an article about it. But so basically Biden said if you don't vote for him, you're not Black. So I mean,
he right.
I was there, nigga, I feel it. I can't really argue with that. Like, I feel like that nigga got a point. So
I just want to vote for an adult that's gonna help me. That I don't feel like, what the hell? How'd you get here?
That's what Kate told me. She was like, man, all I know is we need an adult. Like, you know how they tell little kids whenever something bad happening to them, I need an adult. That's how we feel in America right now.
That's how I feel. I don't feel safe out here in these streets.
Exactly.
I wear my good house, y'all. My good chinchilla in the house.
Yeah.
You wasting your good outfits.
Yeah, but have y'all heard the clip though, whatever?
I didn't hear the clip. I just read it had a few of the questions and answers that they had on there, where he talked about because he was discussing. You listened to the whole clip, huh?
Well, this is it right here. Let me see.
Ain't Black. I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't Black. I tell you, if you.
Oh.
Hey, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Hey, I like how he said it.
But that's what I'm talking about. It's more to the clip. That's the part that everybody's pulling from.
Yeah.
But
so are Black people mad as usual?
Well, Black people are mad, but a lot of Black people are defending it. Or basically, the problem is it's not what he said; it's who said it.
Right.
He's not lying, and everybody, the majority of Black people, agree with what he said. But it's like, yeah, you one person that needs to say that, and that's where that came from.
I think,
so he can't say it because he white.
That's what they're trying to say.
Yeah, he's a white presidential candidate. You can't say stuff like that.
Yeah.
But,
really? I didn't get offended. I was supposed to get offended.
No, you're not supposed to get offended, but it's still a decorum about being a presidential candidate and a white presidential candidate.
He made a joke. He made a joke. We so sensitive. He made a joke. He didn't say, hey, nigger.
Yeah, it was a bad joke that didn't land, but it was.
I'm straight. I didn't see no racist mark. I get y'all saying he can't say that because he white, but I feel like it was a joke. Do y'all ever think him and Obama used to joke about shit? Because I think they did, and Obama probably thought this shit was funny.
I said, I don't.
Then he probably was like,
I don't necessarily have an issue with it, but I see why people have an issue with it. I think that's what the thing is. None of us are saying it's bad, but I can see why people would say that it's bad. I can see why people would have an issue with it. I personally think it's fine. I thought it was funny when I heard it the first time, or when I read about it. Even within context, because like a lot of people say, you have to know the context of what was going on. But even within context, it's still just a joke. Like, because in the context, like he was getting up from the interview anyway, and so like he had to leave, and Charlamagne was like, well, you just gonna do this because we black, or you gonna do this to the black media? And he was like, oh no, I do this to any media. I have things to do. My wife needs to use this room. And he was like, and so basically he was making the joke that I don't really have to stay and do this interview any longer. I mean, because you're going to vote for me because you don't want to vote for Trump. And if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. If you really a black person and you think you got to decide between him and Trump, you kind of lost.
Yeah, and that basically what the joke was about. Was pretty much like, hey, you got this nigga over here that really don't give a shit about you. They'll probably lynch your motherfucking ass. Or you got me. So if you're a black person and you vote for Trump, then you really ain't black because you're voting against yourself.
Right. He's like, I don't feel like I have to convince you to vote for me. Like, it's between me and him. There's really no choice. That's basically what he was saying. And he's right, but people ain't gonna take that.
You need to open and honest.
Right. And I said,
oh yeah.
When I heard
we can't do that.
When I heard that, my first thought was, niggas gonna use this as a reason not to vote. They be like, oh, see, I can't vote for him either, so I'm just not gonna vote at all. And then Trump.
Unless I read a meme where somebody said, oh, now he gotta have a black VP now, already, because we ain't gonna vote for him. That's
and that's what the original conversation was about before he had to get up and leave. They were discussing his running mates, and they were saying how Charlamagne was saying how he needed to have a black running mate. And so, like, he was like, well, I got a lot of running mates, and I can't tell you who my potentials are, but just know there's some black women, he was just saying.
Do you feel like he should? I don't feel like he gotta have a black running mate for me to vote for him. I ain't voting for fucking Trump.
And people are still on this wave of being like, you have to be black to do things for black people. But like, if we just being completely honest, it's a system. It don't matter who the fuck is in the office, as long as they in a certain party, you're gonna get certain things to sway your way. Obama being in office didn't really do that much for us, just because he was black and in office, except give us hope. He ran on hope, and they gave us hope. That's all it was some hope. So black people being in office doesn't really do anything for us but make us feel better. It ain't doing nothing for policy, really.
You make a black woman vice president, pretty much it makes the majority feel better, because it's like the Democratic base is based off of black women. The strong, like the power of the Democratic Party is black women. So basically, to kind of you pandering, whatever case may be, but basically you giving a nod to your constituents, whatever, that's helped you get where you at. Like, hey, without black women, we wouldn't be here in the first damn place. So I need to put a black woman. And then it's also a nod to him being like, if he puts a black woman to be his vice president, with his age and his health, whatever case may be, whatever, she's one step away from being president. Mm-hmm. So her in that position, you're basically saying that I am perfectly comfortable with this person taking over for me in any capacity, being the next president.
And that other side, the votes that he needs to get, I mean, granted, he needs to have the black vote. He needs to have minority vote. But the other part of his vote is going to come from white people that are on the fence. And then on the fence people ain't really going to be swayed back towards him because he has a black woman running as his running mate. So, like, I mean, you can't really say that that's really going to make that big of a difference. Even for the black vote, because I don't think a black running mate is going to sway the black vote that much. I mean, people going to vote. I think people are off of the vote for them because they black thing after Obama. Because that was the big thing for Obama.
I think like if he elects like a Kamala Harris to be vice president or whatever, black people will vote for her, vote for the ticket, whatever, her being vice president, not because she's like very qualified to be in that position, but because she's a former prosecutor and attorney general and stuff in California, this and that, right. Her being like against the base stage with Pence or going back at Trump about something. We like drama. We like shady shit. So for her coming for him and doing shady shit, black people like shit like that. Black people gravitate shit like that. And stuff like that.
How about you if he picks a black running mate, he's more likely to vote for him?
I'm voting for him regardless.
Yeah, but I'm talking about we're the minority of being like, we understand the bigger issue.
Right.
Like I say, if Trump gets elected again, then if he gets elected again and the Democrats don't flip the Senate, then
we're fucked.
But the Republicans gonna take over the Supreme Court. Civil Rights,
my God.
The Civil Rights Act, the Voting Act, the LGBTQ Rights Act, whatever, all that shit's gonna get rolled back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then niggas gonna be like, oh, well, we need to protest and go out in the streets. Nigga, you should have just voted.
It's like we had this discussion, I think, when we talked about the Ahmaud Arbery case.
Yeah.
The big thing about us is we always like to react to things rather than be proactive. We're not going to go out and vote. We don't do our research about, city officials. We're not going to actually look into who's doing what before something happens. We wait till something happens and be like, man, we got to protest this. So, like, people going to not vote. They're going to say, well, you know what? I just ain't going to vote for either one of them. Trump going to win. All that stuff that Wash says going to happen. And then people going to come out and say, let's go protest the president. Well, no, nigga, you didn't vote. Like, if you don't want to vote, don't vote. But don't be mad later.
The man has already told police officers that was in New York, like last year or something like that. Like, hey, if you get somebody that's a criminal or whatever, you got my permission to rough them up, put the car door and shit. Like the shit that's bad right now, you don't think shit gonna get worse?
Shit gonna be terrible. And I'm really, like I said, this Biden clip coming out. That's what really scares me about it, is that you're gonna have a big percentage of our people saying, I'm just going to not vote because of what he said. And now,
the good thing, it came out early. That's the good thing.
Hopefully, it's going to die down by like next week.
But next week be something new.
Right.
Of course.
And stuff. But like they're saying, like somebody else posted, it was like, we're really hung up on a gaffe that we talking about was a joke, was it not a joke, whatever. But at the same time, we almost had 100,000 people dead in 4 months.
Right.
And he's talking about basically open up everything.
Yeah.
Open it up.
You heard about Holy Ghost?
Who is that?
Catholic Church here in Houston.
Oh yeah. No, I heard about that.
Yeah.
In Galveston, it was like between Galveston and Houston diocese or something like that.
Yeah. What happened about it?
Well, no, they opened it and then they had to close it again because everybody got sick.
Mm-hmm.
Got coronavirus, and 2 priests got sick and 1 died.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that on the news because they were like the Galveston Houston diocese had to meet to decide how they felt about Holy Ghost Church because of people dying and getting corona and stuff after they opened.
Yeah.
Where is Holy Ghost Church? It's in Galveston, or where is this at?
I'm not sure. I've heard of Holy Ghost. I remember back in the day we playing Holy Ghost.
I thought it was in Galveston just because they mentioned the Galveston Houston diocese, and I was like, well, why would they mention Galveston? Why wouldn't it just be Houston? Unless they just work together. I don't know how that works. But yeah, no,
it is. It's in the they got like districts with churches and stuff.
Yeah, it's like all over. Now it's actually over here. It's
Holy Ghost.
Like by Bel Air, like which university kind of.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yeah, off of Bel Air.
Man, there's so much stuff open right, man. My homeboy asked me to go to Carol's tonight, and I was damn near close. You know how I want to go to Carol's, y'all.
I had a conversation with my LB because like Kate was going to they going out this weekend, right? So I was like, so y'all talking about hitting the streets and stuff? And they were like, man, I don't know, I'm tempted. And I was like, I am too, but I'm not gonna go nowhere because I already said I'm not going nowhere till Juneteenth because that's when my people were free. So that's when I'm gonna go. But
big up to your people.
But my thing is, all I've seen is a bunch of promotions for all the shit going on this weekend, and everything is open.
Hell yeah!
But
Seaside had free all you can eat wings. Almost had me there.
I mean,
almost had me.
Wednesday at Seaside, I was about to go for them wings.
Who the fuck has all you can eat wings? That's how I know you trying to kill me. You trying to kill me both ways.
And Chester Pawns go first.
Yep.
Niggas go.
I'm not gonna go out till my birthday. If I could go out on my birthday, I'm not going out, y'all. I'm not going.
No, I told you.
Well, I'm about to go. Not out.
Juneteenth will be the end of this wave of people getting sick. That's the way I look at it. I was joking about it when I first said it, because I said it like a month or so ago. I was like, I ain't going nowhere till Juneteenth. But now that I know that everything's opened up this weekend, Juneteenth will be like the end of 2 to 3 weeks after this wave goes out. So this first group of people that's going out with Memorial Day weekend, they should be sick by mid-June if they're going to get sick. So we'll see how many people are sick by mid-June. If people are really sick by mid-June, I'm not coming out Juneteenth either. So
it is getting worse. I got 2 people in my office already got it. One person, father got it. She can't come back. She live with her parents. So, yeah, they basically don't want us to go nowhere.
Yeah, no. I was going to say, how do y'all feel? Because we still kind of talking about the whole Trump-Biden election, and just because this coronavirus thing has become real political. But how do y'all feel about opening businesses? Because I'm kind of like, I see both sides of the argument. Like everything open, like we said, everything opens up this weekend pretty much. How do y'all feel about
it? The United States don't give a fuck about us. Like, I just don't. I think Texas is full of shit for opening. It's just all about money. Other countries closed the fuck down. Everything was closed. We weren't even completely closed. I still was doing the same shit I was doing before this started. I still got to go to work.
That's just you though. I ain't done the same in the past 2 months.
It's all about like what they say, herd immunity. Like the government's kind of like, hey, well, y'all gonna get it anyway. Y'all might as well get it out one time. We all be sick together, and then.
And some people gonna die on the way, so you know.
Yeah, but they looking at it as casualties, like, you know what I'm saying, to get a paycheck and for shit to move. They're like, hey, you gotta die for it, whatever. But that's the thing. Their biggest sacrifice right now is like when they say, hey, people gonna die. It's just life. They talking about poor, minorities, people of that nature, and poverty and stuff that's gonna die off. When they start getting sick or something start happening to them, just like with everything in life, when you talk about like the cocaine and crack epidemic and shit like that, and HIV and stuff like that, when it starts to hit them a little bit more, then you'll start seeing them run to the hills and shit and try to hide, because it's like, hey, well, this shit is really bad and stuff. But while it's killing poor and disenfranchised people, they can give a shit.
I agree.
You're right.
It's kind of like heroin. You know, when the heroin epidemic was really bad in the minority communities, everything was cool. But now it's an opioid crisis when it hit the white community.
Oh,
yeah. It's a crisis.
It was a war on drugs when it was in the black community. Like, oh, these niggas are out of line for all this wild shit that they're doing with drugs. And then when the drugs hit the white community, it's, oh my God, they're so sick. I can't believe it. This is a crisis. How could they get so sick and be on drugs? How come we were on drugs?
Yeah, we need to put them out. Yeah, we don't need to put them in jail. We need to put them in like rehab facilities. Put them out and build them back up.
No, they put our crackheads in jail.
Yes, get that nigga 5 to 10 quick.
White crackheads get to go to rehab. So I'm gonna tell you like this. This is why I feel like I'm on the fence about the whole opening things back up, because I see both sides of the argument. Now, me personally, I ain't hitting those streets because I ain't crazy, and I know how viruses work.
I'm surprised you're not hitting the streets. You be in the streets.
Like if it's me, and you know I like going out. If I ain't gonna go nowhere, then it's
I was gonna go after you. I said, if Jeremy going first, I'm gonna go after him and see what happens.
Because I was supposed to go this weekend. Because like I said, they going out. They got a party tomorrow. They going to Sunday Fun Day on Sunday, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do it.
Hell no. Nah.
Because like I said, I understand how viruses work. Like if it's nothing else, I know how they work, and I know that, you know, herd immunity sounds good if nobody's dying. Herd immunity is not good when people are dying, and if they're dying like randomly. I know people are like, oh, well, it's only underlying conditions, but not everybody has underlying conditions. Some of the people just dying. You know what I'm saying? It's a respiratory problem. So, like, my thing is, I see the side of people not wanting to go because I ain't going nowhere. But I also see the side as a business owner. Like, if I'm running like Seaside, we'll take Seaside for example. I don't want to say anything about Seaside. Like, I'm not against Seaside at all because I've been there quite a few times. But, like, we'll take Seaside for example since we brought them up. Like, if I own Seaside and I ain't had nobody in my shit for 2 months and I'm still having to pay a mortgage or rent on that property, like, what am I supposed to do? And then they tell me, well, I mean, if you want to open up, you can. Nigga, I'm opening the fuck up and I'm bringing everybody to that home because I need money to come back in. Like I'm broke. I need people to pay. I can't worry about y'all being sick no more. I can't worry about y'all being sick.
You can't worry about,
because that's my money. Like at the end of the day, if the government said I never had to pay another bill while everybody was getting sick, then fine.
Yeah.
Keep everything closed. They paying for me to stay closed. As long as I'm still having to pay bills and I ain't got no money coming in, I'm opening up as soon as I get the opportunity, and I'm calling my promoters to get the promotion out because I need people to come because somebody ain't gonna give a fuck and they gonna go anyway. Those are the people I need because that's where I'm gonna get my money from. So I see their side of it, but I see my side in saying I ain't going no fucking where because I ain't playing with my life like that. Like I said the other day, dog, I've seen this is not my first Memorial Day weekend. I'm not finna go out this weekend and try to make it my last Memorial Day weekend either. So we'll be all right.
That's true. Yeah. Real. You ain't lying.
Yeah. They're like, he turned up for Memorial Day and he was out of there.
Yeah, like, man, that Memorial Day was lit, but that boy dead in a bitch.
That boy went partying on that Saturday, woke up dead on Memorial Day.
That's exactly what I ain't finna wake up dead on Monday, cuz I do not want to wake up dead.
Stop saying that. Stop saying
don't wake
up dead. Who the fuck gonna wake up dead?
Wake up dead.
Niggas wake up dead.
Wake up dead. You go to sleep and then you wake up and like,
yeah, where I'm at. Dead.
You go to sleep.
You wake up and like, where I'm at? I'm in heaven. Woke up dead.
Wake up with Jesus. You gonna wake up.
Yeah.
Jesus gonna be tapping you on your shoulder when you wake up in the morning.
I told you was sharing that hookah.
That's what's gonna get me is that.
Hey.
It's gonna be an effect.
Oh, hookah is.
So my thing is, y'all sipping out them cups. I don't know shit. I just don't want to think about it.
I'm assuming that bars and stuff have protocol where they have to use plastic now.
I think so. Okay, you're right.
I will say I took Kate to like the nail salon or whatever, right? So we went to the nail salon and shit.
Okay, my shit ain't open. So how they doing the nails job?
They have a whole list that they have from the government of things that they have to do. It was like 4 pages, and they had to post all the 4 pages so that you could see all of the guidelines that they have to follow. So like when you walk in, you got to check in. You have to answer questions about your condition. They take your temperature with a forehead reader. Mm-hmm. And they make you have to have a mask on the whole time you're in there. You have to wash your hands with like hand sanitizer as you walk in, and then as you do other things, you have to keep washing hands with hand sanitizer and shit. And then like you can't sit near anybody. So like me and her had been together. So like I was like, man, we in the same house, and they were like, we can't let people sit next to each other. So I had to sit like 2 chairs down from her while I was getting my pedicure and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like they have guidelines in place for these businesses that are opening. It's just like everybody's gonna have to follow. Like, did y'all see the video of that place in Dallas this past weekend? Mm-hmm. Like it was a bar in Dallas where like a fight broke out or whatever. But like then they had video of like the people as the cops were telling them to leave. You know, this past weekend bars were still.
Oh, I seen that.
Like restaurants, that whole packed. Yeah, it was supposed to be at 25%, but that whole was packed, like wall to wall packed. And so when the cops got there, they're like, "Y'all supposed to be at 25%. So why is this whole lit like this?" Because people ain't gonna follow it.
You gotta make my money.
You gotta make your money, and whoever dumb enough to come in there when I'm trying to make my money, it's on them. So that's why I say I see the business on the side, nigga. I'm gonna make my money. Whatever stupid motherfucker want to come in here.
So you gonna make your money, kill your consumers, and what you gonna do after that when they die?
Because when they die, some other consumers that stayed home will be right there.
That's how you think? That's your business plan?
That's how it's gonna be.
That's capitalism. Capitalism. Fuck about your life.
I'm straight, man. I'm not going out. I'm good. I saved a lot of money. I'm awake. I ain't really worried too much about being out and about like that. I'll see y'all later. Mm-mm.
Like I said, like all people worried about right now is getting they time away from the house. Ain't nobody trying to let Memorial Weekend pass them by, just like they didn't. Like, what was it, Easter weekend? That people was out a little bit, even though they weren't supposed to be.
Yeah, I can't lie. You might be right because I'm going to see my family in Oklahoma, so I am part of that shit.
Family,
because I'm tired. I am tired of being
Part of the
in the house.
problem.
I am part. I'm going to see my family though.
Is your family voting for Trump?
Hell no.
But yeah, I think that's
we might have like about 5 that's gonna vote for Trump. I can't lie.
You got 5 people in your family that gonna vote for Trump?
They on my daddy's side. They not.
I'm trying to think if I got anybody in my family that will vote for Trump.
I'm gonna say at least good 5. I'm gonna say 3 to 5. You always got them ones you be like, nigga, who raised you? Like, yeah.
I got quite a few that I think won't vote at all, but I ain't.
Oh yeah, for sure. We got a couple of them. You ain't asked me that.
Yeah, I got plenty of those. I think everybody gonna either vote for Biden or they not gonna vote at all. That's how my family gonna go.
How are we gonna make people vote, man? Maybe put some chicken wings on, like, hey, get a free, I don't know.
Okay, one last thing about the vote. I mean, because this episode been kind of all over the place. But one last thing about the vote. How do y'all feel about this? The mail-in vote argument that people are having.
Why we can't mail in our vote? That's the safest thing to do, and that's easier. Come on.
I haven't seen like a valid argument for not having mail-in votes, and I understand the.
You already know why they don't want. They know the Republicans are gonna lose.
So this is the thing. I understand the Republicans not want mail-in votes because they trying to skew the vote their way. But the thing is, I got people posting on social media that I know aren't Republicans saying, make sure y'all say no to mail-in votes. Like, why are we saying no to mail-in votes? As a Democrat, why am I saying no to mail-in votes?
Yeah.
I think the only argument I saw was somebody brought up like how easy it would be for people to say like this whole zip code of people mail votes got lost in the mail or whatever. But I feel like it's not that serious because mail-in votes are just for those few people that have to. Like if you can make it out to a poll, then make it to a poll. But if you just
they don't make it that easy to vote. You make it easy to get like maybe food stamps, or maybe no. Do they make it easy to get food stamps?
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I mean, it's easier than voting, but it ain't.
That's what I'm saying. Why? Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for the day. I feel like, and we can kind of end on this, but I'm waiting for the day that we actually have online voting. Like, there's no reason we can't do online voting. You come from a certain IP address. This is the only one.
All this technology.
You asked to be hacked.
I mean, yeah, you gonna get hacked.
We already been bamboozled before.
Hey, they got hanging chads already, baby. Them hanging chads already been out.
Yeah, they've been fucked up too since 2000. since that election.
It was fucking up paper votes. I ain't
Don't bring that shit back up.
I ain't worried about them fucking up the online vote. They already fuck up paper votes.
Hell yeah.
But that's the funny part. That's like why we still have like why we still have mail in, why we still have to be in person to vote. All that talk about like we gotta get the young vote out, whatever and stuff like that, and then the young vote being mad when old people go vote, how they voted for Biden instead of Bernie Sanders. Yeah, because the vote's not online. You niggas ain't gotta leave your couch to go vote if it's on the internet.
Right.
But you have to physically get your ass up to go vote, and y'all too lazy to do it, or too lazy to stand in line.
Yeah, the line is a big thing. That's why early voting is important because, like, I like early voting just because of the simple fact that, like, usually, if you go out with early voting, like, you can go to any polling location, just pop in there to vote or whatever. Whereas, like, when you come to the election day, you have to go to the specific, location
and stand in a long ass line. They got people all outside, make you feel uncomfortable with all these damn signs and talking about who y'all voting for. Cause I fucked up and did this shit. I'll never do it again.
All I know is
having time people.
They just like have people outside talking about who you voting for. Vote for this one lady was getting on my damn nerves. They harassed the shit out you. I just kept quiet. I was like, please leave me fuck alone, lady. I'm not the one.
They have to be a certain distance from the building, and they can't ask you who you're voting for. They can tell you things.
That's probably why she was where I had to park at. She wasn't close to the building.
Right.
But they had signs and protesting and shit. I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, no. They could be a certain distance away from the actual poll. They could do whatever the fuck they want to, pretty much. But once it gets to a certain distance, they can't say shit to you.
Yeah, they can like I said, they can suggest who, like, hey, say, check this person out, man. We can go in there, man. Look at such and go vote for them, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Look at their record and stuff, but they can't be like, who you voting for? Don't do that. They can't say all that shit.
And I need to do some more researches on these damn judge. I really want to get that judge off the he need to get off who made me pay that goddamn ticket. I don't know his name. Maybe if I see his name.
You got personal vendettas against the judge,
yeah. He made it seem like I was a damn dope dealer, like I've been. I didn't like how he was talking to me. I got a ticket, sir. Like, I ain't out here killing folks, stealing and shit.
He don't know the criminal ways.
He just said, black girl, make her pay the ticket. Because I said, I can't pay it. Just take me to jail. He said, you want to go to jail? I said, yeah. If I sit my time out, ain't it paid?
I will say I'm happy that the district I'm in now, like, we get election day off next year. So if I need to be,
that's nice. I think a lot of people should do that.
That's a crime in itself. But Virginia passed a law this year that I want to say it's Virginia. It was in Virginia, North Carolina. They passed a law that you can election day is a national holiday. Well, it's a state holiday.
Oh, that's nice. My job told me no.
They need to take election day off for Tuesday too. Make that whole like a Monday so we can just be off 3-day weekend.
But I hope right.
Fucking Tuesday off. I don't need a fucking Tuesday off. But all I know is at the end of the day, if you black, vote Biden. That's all I'm saying. If you black, you better vote Biden, baby.
But shit, I'm not even gonna go that far. I'm gonna give black folks a leeway. If you don't vote for Biden, at least go out and vote, because there is the Republicans, I think, lead the Senate like by three senators.
Yeah,
racist, whatever, that Democrats can flip, and I think they're ahead in like 4 or 5 of them. So if
that's not what you supposed to say, Wash. Why?
Well, no, but just being real, because
don't give them no damn choice. Jeremy was right. If you black, you vote for Biden. Don't give them no. Just go vote. No, be real.
Yeah, you be real. But this is my thing though. But
I agree.
You gotta talk to niggas.
Right.
And they it's like
no, and that's how you talk to them. You black, vote for Biden.
No, you gotta give niggas an option, and like Wash said, you could say, hey, if you just don't feel Biden at all, then let's look at your senators. Vote Democratic on the senators so that those senators.
Oh yeah, do that. Okay.
Yeah.
They might not understand that. They might not even know niggas don't know who senators are.
And that's what I'm talking about. They don't know the Congress like that. But vote for like leave President blank. Vote Democrat. Everything else.
Right.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? And call it a day and shit because that's the thing. If Trump was to fuck around and win again, but the Senate and the House are Democratic, he's basically neutered for 2 years.
Right.
You can't make a move without them approving shit.
And that's what we want. We need to control. I hate to play the party game, but the Democratic Party needs to control one of the branches of government, at least one whole branch of government.
They do have one. They got the House.
Well,
they don't feel like it.
That's the House and the Senate are part of what, the legislative branch?
It's the House, yeah.
So like they control half of the legislative branch. So like the other half of the legislative branch is the Senate, which is Republican. But if we can have the House, then we control the whole legislative branch. Yeah, we
control that whole branch, whatever. And then, like I say, you don't need the executive branch, which is the president.
Right.
If you have the whole legislative branch, whatever. And then by having that branch, whatever, you basically are going to control the Supreme Court, the judicial branch.
Yep.
Because the justice that's going to retire or die off, whatever case may be, in the next 4 years, you can just vote them in. Just say vote who you want in.
Right, because you got legislative branch, so you good.
I'm saying, yeah, they're the ones that bring up the nominees for the different judges around, for federal judges, Supreme Court judges, things of that nature.
Right. You got to look at everything, and that's the thing about voting is it's not just the president for one thing, but if you vote for president, you're trying to get Trump out as best as possible.
Trump got to go.
This is like I say. At the end of the day, this is a big chess game, whatever. But we playing on a national level. We playing chess. Niggas playing spades.
Right.
Spades and dominoes are skillful games, whatever. Niggas be counting shit in your hand before it's even played, whatever. But niggas act so fucking dumb when it comes to like regular shit, whatever. Niggas are, you have certain black folks that feel like they gotta be the smartest person in the room all the goddamn time.
Man, that nigga talking right now.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. They got one wearing a fake chinchilla zoo.
This is custom made zebra
fake ass alpaca.
Custom made zebra.
I say don't waste none of that wine on that shit. Make y'all block that shit. You waste something.
This is
White.
Black. The black Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
Right, Carol Baskin killed her husband.
I'm gonna say how many people you killed?
Don't worry about that. It's none of your business.
How many tigers you killed to get that coat, zebras and shit?
Top of the line zebra from Africa.
It looked like it, my nigga.
Top of the line from City Trends.
This ain't nine, nigga. I got pockets.
You got pockets too.
Nah, nigga. City Trends. I'll shop at City Trends. City Trends.
But at the end
My
of the
fault.
day,
Rainbow special.
I was gonna say Rainbow was my other pick.
Yeah.
I'll shop at Rainbow. Don't do me, boo boo. I'm a little, up there a little bit. Fashion over.
That was the other one, the online Rainbow.
Yeah.
Online Rainbow. Hey, them jeans be popping. They make me look like I got a booty. I'm like, hey. But this is Forever 21, in case somebody want to know.
They was out of business.
Who?
I thought they was out of business, huh?
Nah, I got this back in the day, boo. It's cold in this house. Shit.
I want to say you got it because they went out of business. Got their clearance discount.
Oh, I've been about this a long time ago. I wore this back in 1985.
Look like it.
That looked like 1985.
You mother. Oh.
So I wore this jacket when I went to the movies to go see Back to the Future.
1985 was a good year. Can it be?
But yeah, now that's it, man. Like, hopefully everybody gets out, and I mean, we still got time for the big election, but keep an eye on the candidacy, keep an eye on politics in general, even keep an eye on the politics in regards to this COVID-19, because with things opening up, new waves of the virus, new waves of cases coming in, it's gonna get real political real fast all over again over this summer. So keep an eye on politics as far as your COVID cases go too. And last, people just stay safe, man. I understand people got to get out. I mean, if you're going to get out, try to be as safe as possible while you out there getting drunk and shit. I mean, I understand y'all feel like y'all have to get the streets. But I mean, if you just have to hit the streets, don't get a hookah or get a hookah by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
$25. Spend that $25 and spend it by yourself.
$25.
You got so many women ain't buying that shit. Or and men, let me stop. It's cheap ass men out there too. They not buying the hookah.
This weekend, hookah gonna be about 50. Because
hell yeah.
Because
everybody has went up on their prices.
Memorial Day weekend, and people done been without work for like 2 weeks. I mean, for like 2 months. So they gonna up their prices for it being a holiday weekend, and they gonna up their prices because they need some more money. So
my beautician already up her shit to $5. I'm pissed. Like, I really am pissed. I was like, really? Yeah.
If you're going out this weekend, you will be taxed. Guaranteed.
Yep. Guaranteed.
But good luck. Hope y'all have fun. I'll be watching y'all stories.
I'll watch y'all on Instagram Live.
Right. Your IG story, your Snapchat story, I'll be watching those. I'll turn up from the house. I'll be drunk as hell at the house watching y'all get sick. So it is what it is.
Sad part. Watch y'all get sick and then watching all y'all Instagram stories because y'all post everything curled up like roaches and shit.
Niggas gonna be posting the hospital band on the Instagram story next. Boys got me, dog. Memorial Day weekend, you know.
I hope I don't want to see this shit on my timeline, y'all. I really don't see that shit.
That Rona got me, dog. Knew I shouldn't have went out Memorial Day weekend, dog.
Rona.
Well, so that's the bad part about it, because the people that do have it, whatever, people treat them like they got an STD.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! You think I'm going to your house?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I'm gonna get you some groceries, but I'm throwing that shit on your balcony. Like,
keep going.
I'll be like, FaceTime me, watch. I'm not coming in there. Stay your ass in there.
But that's how people are, even like if you connected to somebody that had the wrong, like, oh man, my cousin got the wrong. Oh shit, I ain't finna fuck with you no more.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. When that girl said her daddy got it, I was like, shit, back away.
Yeah.
Daddy got it running y'all blood.
Somebody you close to got it, mean you might got it, which means I could get it from you, so I'm good. I'm just gonna stay.
Yeah, you be like, when last time you seen them? When last time you was hung with them?
Basically.
Like them people be like, hey, we were all together for Mother's Day, and then like 3 people got sick. That means you probably carrying it too. I ain't gonna fuck with you. You might just be immune. You just gonna pass it to them.
Hey, get your ass away from me.
You wouldn't think that shit though. Like you went, okay, y'all all together for Mother's Day. Your cousin's like, man, I got it. Like 2 people out of your family, y'all was all together. You wouldn't think, hey, man, I might got this shit.
No, I'm saying that you would think that, but some people are going to be immune, and that's the other thing that comes with viruses. Like some people are going to be immune to that hoe. Like they go.
I'm never immune to shit. I'm gonna get it.
But they gonna catch the shit. They not gonna get sick, and they gonna be around people like, man, like 3 people I was with that got sick already, but I ain't get sick, so I must not have got it. But you did get it. You just immune, and now you pass.
You're a carrier.
Yeah, you carrying it around to everybody you run into because you like, man, I ain't never get sick, so I'm good. Nigga, you just passing that shit to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I thought I already had that shit after St. Patrick's Day. I ain't feel right.
Probably did. Probably got antibodies already.
Yeah, you might be good.
Yeah, I ain't feel right. I don't know if it's messing with, I don't know. I ain't feel right.
You good to go. Hit them streets, my nigga.
I'm straight. We're going to do it in the living room. I'm going to quarantine in the living room, watch the DJ. They don't even do that no more, huh? They don't even play DJs. Don't.
It's a few still.
Yeah, I just play my little, mix.
I'm gonna say Manny Fresh be on IG live like tonight, every Friday.
Yeah, I mean
they do.
Yeah.
So is Louisiana like open, or is just Texas just doing dumb shit?
I don't know if Louisiana.
Everybody open.
I think everybody is opening up this weekend, at least to some capacity, except for like major places like parts of New York and shit.
California not open like that. California.
No, they staying somewhat closed. They opening some stuff, but not like we are.
Yeah, not like Texas, because this weekend is gonna be the test.
So they said like we got an F.
Because we have some of the most cases.
Like Texas and Georgia, like pretty much like fuck everything. We opening everything up.
Right.
Yeah.
Texas, Georgia, and Florida.
But yeah. But anyway, be safe out there. Do what y'all got to do to be safe. I understand you got to turn up. Stay the fuck away from me after you do it, though.
Pretty much.
That's all I got.
Get you a chinchilla, put your air on 60, and just have fun.
You pour like an old wino.
Man, I'm finna go.
All right, man. Like
where the fuck you go?
I'll make another drink like you pouring up.
That's why you had the bottle right next to you.
Well, as always, we hope you laughed a little, learned a lot. We hope we have helped you find the remedy, whatever's troubling you. This is What's Remedy Podcast.
All right, y'all. I'm gone.
All right.
Peace out. Carol Pat.